hypocrisy, isn't it?
It is, yes. I mean, all veganism is an ideology saying if you don't need to harm a fellow living being, then why would we do that?
Exactly.
It should be the moral baseline. It shouldn't be exception in society.
Yeah, exactly.
We can live without causing
But
harm to
it's
others,
when it's
why
not
wouldn't we?
when it's not the person that the injustice is happening to. That's why people don't say anything, because it's not them.
Exactly, yeah. And people are more than willing to live in a society which victimises others, harms others, even kills others.
Yeah.
And as long as it's not them or their family suffering, many
Anybody else
say
coming
nothing.
up? All right, I've got to come. haven't
Yeah,
I?
exactly.
Oh, no.
It's all hypocrite. Again, all hypocrites. They're all hypocrites.
And if you turn the tables, if these people who, are unwilling to change, if it was them and their children being exploited for somebody else's taste pleasure.
What do you think about this?
I love chicken.
Peter, you know they're putting gas chains in 6 weeks old. Do you think that makes you a good person?
What do you think?
Why would you be proud of that?
So you're clearly a very selfish and very
So he thinks it's okay to kill animals, and he'll laugh, and people will be okay with that. People will actually won't say anything,
Yes.
and they'll laugh together because they're like, oh yeah, do you do that too? It makes it right then.
yes.
And they're
Something
they're
numbers.
encouraging that behaviour, aren't they?
They are, yeah. When people think they can, others are with them, and they think what they do is socially acceptable, then it's terrifying what humans can do both to one another and to their fellow beings on the planet.
Yeah.
You know.
So if anyone didn't realise, we are animals as well. We're not humans and animals. We are animals, okay?
And we like to pretend that we live in a society, a civilized society, a society where we treat others
This is
with kindness
civilised.
and
This is what we do.
however,
This is what we do to them, yeah. And we think it's okay. If it was someone else's child being taken away so someone could have their breast milk, they would probably not like that, would they?
well, exactly. I mean, if these people
They would go,
face what
they'd
their
be
victims
so,
go through,
yeah.
what's
What do you think about this? Do you think it's horrible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't eat it or anything.
What do you think?
No, not me. I don't eat it.
Like bloody fat lockdown.
What do you think?
And then we do get nice people.
Yeah, people who do care.
We do get nice people like her who actually said she don't eat flesh, but she, and her partner's mum is vegan, and she says she don't really know why she has cow's milk, so she wanted to actually take a leaflet as well.
Yeah, people who want to.
And it's chicken, but any leaflet is matters, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Any. She might have not been thinking about chickens and then saw this and thought, oh, actually, maybe I'll try and educate someone else
maybe
on
I
not
won't have eggs, maybe
not
I
hurting them.
won't.
Yeah. Do you know why we're
What do you
here?
think?
Look like big chickens, I think.
We're against animal abuse, so we're vegan. You not got nothing to answer, no? So here they come, they're peeping on us through Home Bargains, aren't they? They're looking at us like, what are they doing? Why are they upsetting the public? Because we're telling the truth, right?
Exactly.
And that lady was lovely, and I respect that. I just don't respect it when people are horrible to animals.
If the truth upsets you, if your actions upset you, then it's not us you should be blaming. It's your actions you should be changing.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hi guys.
Hello.
So yeah, so that's why people know why we're
We,
here,
just
right?
need to inform and educate the public about their choices.
Yeah, that's fine. Have you got permission to be here?
Is this not a public place?
No, it's private property, I'm afraid.
It is public, and if it's not, do you want to call the police?
I'm just asking if you
Yeah.
got permission to be here.
Would you like to call the police then if we haven't? Because obviously you just said we haven't, didn't you?
I asked.
Yeah.
Have you got
Okay.
permission?
You said no, didn't you, Alex?
As far as I know,
It's
we don't
public
have
So
space,
yes,
yeah.
It's not, it's private property.
Okay.
It's privately owned.
So we're basically protesting against the animal abuse of what happens to animals. So people that eat animals, people that take their breast milk, people that put them in gas chambers, and then they have animals at home and they won't eat them. So we're
We just
basically,
want to speak to people and
Ex-
educate them. Really.
there's no valid argument against veganism. So
Totally appreciate that. It's probably
sorry, I was talking to this screen. Someone. Yeah,
So are you willing to move on?
no, we'll stay here.
Okay.
You call the police, yeah.
Yeah.
So someone just come here and said we're not allowed to inform people on what happened to the animals. So we're not allowed to pay. They want people to continue paying for animal abuse, and it's not okay to eat eggs. No, it's not okay, because you're still exploiting them, aren't you? You're still hurting them, and then they just get murdered so you can take their eggs out of their anus.
Do you want to stay here for a bit? Or?
Yeah, I think we've got till like 3 probably. Why are you taking photos of us? Pardon? Oh, you can you? But we can't stand here. Let's just get this man alert. Look, another hypocrite. Did you see him take the photo of
I
us?
did, yes.
No, they lay eggs naturally. Yeah, they do. They do lay eggs naturally. But what gives you the right to take their eggs?
Well,
Why are
exactly.
you taking their eggs?
Only presumption of speciesism is that other species exist for us to exploit, for us to take from.
Yeah.
And that's an assumption that we as activists need to challenge. Other species exist to live their own lives in the best way they can. They don't exist to have their eggs, their milk, their flesh, their babies.
Their
taken
own,
for human,
their babies.
benefit.
Their babies' milk. You're literally taken away. And we haven't always been vegan. People need to realise that. Like, we saw the footage and then we went, then we changed. Who have nothing to do with eggs, sorry.
Sorry?
They have nothing to do with eggs.
Excuse me.
I don't know what you mean.
I have a vast majority of eggs that people buy in stores.
Why are you
that people-
exploiting your chickens? I don't understand why you're exploiting them for their eggs. Why can't you leave them alone? Is that the reason you have them, so you can take their eggs? That's what he said. He said, I feed them and look after them, but he exploits them.
I mean, it depends on how you view animals.
Yeah.
If you view animals as beings who...
As objects
Yes,
that you
as
can
objects.
exploit.
Or if you view animals as beings living their own lives with their own rights and their own feelings, emotions, just as complex and just as valid as ours are.
Exactly. So he's going to call the police, which I don't mind, do you?
Well, I doubt they'd do anything to us.
He's going to call the police. We
outside.
probably need to go about 3ish anyway, I think, and then we'll go somewhere else. So we'll go live again.
Yeah.
But I'll go get my charger and then we'll do something different
Okay.
again. So, I don't exploit them. They play with me. They are nice. I keep eggs for them. Oh, okay. So you keep some. What? Sorry, I don't understand why he takes their eggs. Do you? I don't know why he takes their eggs from them.
Yeah, I mean, I think, it's all on a matter of scale. So having chickens in your backyard and looking after those chickens and taking some of those eggs is not on the same scale as what happens in intensive farms at all.
But that's not what veganism is
but
about. Veganism is
veganism-
about not exploiting animals, not using them for our benefit.
Yes, it's
Leaving
an
them
ethical stance
alone.
against the use of animals.
Why do you think we're a bunch of idiots for standing up for the animals? I'd like to know that. Why does it make us idiots? Because we're standing up for the innocent, precious animals.
We appreciate your support for our right to be here and speak to the public. But yeah,
What he said, yeah.
I'm curious on why you do think we're a bunch of idiots.
Can I give you a leaflet? Hello? Do you know what this is about? So yeah, people, instead of people just saying, no thank you, they just ignore us, don't they?
They often do, yes.
Don't know why.
I think it's because they don't want to engage with the topic, because
It's
they know
easier.
they don't have an argument against veganism.
Yeah. We had that little one was nice, that little man, wasn't he?
Yes,
Well,
he was.
He was, I don't know, he was all right, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it was still a good conversation.
Sorry, if you're talking about dead animals, why are you on this page? Obviously, it's good that you're watching us, but I don't know why you're on this page.
I think so.
I love McDonald's. I ate it now. I'm going to eat chicken flavour ramen. Alex is good
Yeah.
at talking.
I mean, what you say you love McDonald's, going to eat chicken flavour ramen, and do you think you have a justification to?
Well, we're against animal abuse, so we're vegan.
Yeah.
So we don't
That's
pay for animals to be exploited or murdered. Do you
and
agree with
all
that?
veganism is a standpoint against
Go vegan then.
causing harm or using other animals. I just yeah, I mean, we simply
It's just because we get so
we
many
believe,
excuses
yes,
as well.
that
We get so
veganism
many.
is a more baseline that people are. Veganism, the definition is not causing unnecessary harm or unnecessarily using animals. You know, in the society, if we have a choice to either cause pain and suffering or to not cause pain and suffering, then I think we should avoid causing pain and suffering. It's delicious. And do you think taste pleasure can justify other abuses and other acts of violence and harm? I mean, to what extent is sensory pleasure a moral justification? Could you kill a dog or a cat if you found that pleasurable? How about killing a human? Could you do that if you wanted to eat a human?
Do you know why we're here? So we're against animal abuse.
Yeah.
So any cruelty or anything like that to animals. So we're vegan, so we don't exploit them or eat their flesh. Do you think you'd eat your dog?
You need help. In what way do we
Pardon?
need? In what way do we need help?
People eat animals like pigs and cows, but they won't eat their dog. Let's try and be like, what's it called? Like what,
morally consistent.
morally consistent. Yeah, if you would eat your dog, okay, but when people don't, I don't understand. He probably says I probably need help. I've actually not been even saying much recently. I've just actually been talking to people and asking them what all this is about. And the only I was angry earlier because the man was just making endless excuses, and he was basically like blaming it on us why he's not vegan, basically because we eat plants. So that's why he's not vegan, didn't he? He said, what
Yeah,
about
I
the
mean,
crops?
people often divert from the conversation and consider, stuff which really isn't particularly related to what we're talking about, and such diversion, I think, is quite clearly due to guilt and, due to not, if you don't want to enter into an argument, there is a reason. You say animals are made for
I
food.
think you're just
some
trying
of
to
them.
troll now, like I don't know.
Made for food, as in, so is this a religious thing? Do you believe that God made animals for food, or is this, or do you believe that because they're bred by farmers for food? If they're bred by farmers for food, that makes it morally justifiable. If so, if human farmers bred humans for food, they would be okay to kill and eat those humans. I mean, if somebody wishes to bring somebody else into existence to kill, exploit, torture, and eat their flesh, how does that make it right? You say some of them. Why some of them? Why not all of them? If you have a moral viewpoint that it's okay to kill and harm other beings for your own sensory pleasure, why does that only apply to some other beings? Why not all?
Exactly, and they're all sentient. They're not like, you don't get like one animal that's sentient. They all are. They all feel pain, they all feel fear, everything. So if you're contributing towards that and you know about it, then I don't really know what else to say, because you're making that informed decision to actually hurt them when you know.
Yes, exactly. Once you're...
He agrees with me for once, that's good. Normally he's telling me to shut up and pipe down.
Well, not shut up.
No, but I do need to sometimes, I know. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, that's, If it's just about people being honest as well, as saying,
Yes,
oh no,
exactly.
I do that to animals, but what can I do to make it better or actually make a change?
Exactly. I mean, you have some people who try to justify, try to rationalise, who won't admit what they're doing. Other people are much more comfortable saying, yes, I know I can't really justify it.
And have dogs at home and
selfishness.
don't eat them, but then eat a cow for their lunch. It's really weird. Like, they'll love their dog and then they'll go eat another animal.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really, really inconsistent. people will choose who they want to eat.
I can't believe you hate
Do you know
people
why we're
who eat
here?
meat.
We're against animal abuse.
Well, we don't hate people who eat meat. We used to eat meat ourselves. We hate what happens to
We don't
animals.
hate them, we just hate what happens to the
Yeah,
animals
exactly.
and hate that these people are paying for what we see. That's why it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Because
You know, we don't hate individuals for their actions and
everyone will
society.
be eating someone at Christmas as well, so everyone will be like all jolly and everything, and then they'll have a body on their plate,
What do you think?
and it's completely hypocritical, won't they? They'll have like a baby turkey on their plate,
Yes, exactly.
and then they'll be like all happy and all cheering and that. It's just
And
ridiculous.
Christmas is seen as a sort of, I'm eating sausages, it's really good.
I don't know why you're on this live, to be honest. But
Yeah, I mean, you.
good
you've
for the
done-
algorithm, thank you.
Yeah, you're getting us more views, but
Yep. Thank you, Mohammed. Maybe if you said you can, like you said, if you talked, maybe you'll be able to have a conversation with Alex. If you said you would have a conversation with him, so
I think that was somebody else to be fair who said that.
was it?
I believe
Oh.
so, yes.
Half-Life 3 tomorrow. I don't know what you mean. What that means?
Half-Life 3 tomorrow.
What does that mean?
It's a video game.
Oh, is that what you're playing then? Video game.
I don't know if it's come out yet. It's like it was supposed to come out for years. And, Skinwalkersville, they look like it's nice. Just look into their eyes.
So Ricky, I hope you
afternoon
don't
from
do anything
Scotland.
hurtful to animals either. Or hurt them
Well,
or
it's
pay for
almost
them
3
flesh.
now,
Yeah.
so should we make a move soon?
In a minute. Good afternoon from Scotland. Hello. Are you worried about them coming?
No, I'm not really.
I'm
I
not
think it's unlikely that they just.
either. Do you know why we're here?
Yes.
Why do you think we're here? We're against animal abuse, so we're vegan. Don't pay for animals to be murdered or their babies to be taken from us. All them things. So being vegan,
Love
being
KFC.
consistent.
And duck is good. Yeah, so when you have your duck or your KFC,
You know why we're
these
here?
animals are
So we're against animal
have a very short, very
So we're
painful
vegan. Right. Do you
life,
pay for
a
animal
life
abuse?
which results in them
It's just a question.
not knowing freedom, not
Just
knowing
a question, that's all.
the
So are you vegan?
natural ways of living, and then being slaughtered,
do people have these
usually in a very
animals and
painful
then-
way.
Yeah. Why do people say like they're not vegan and then they but they have animals at home?
But they're so yummy. I mean,
It's actually
a
quite
cannibal could say the
disgusting.
same thing about humans.
Yeah, it makes me feel disgusted that you enjoy flesh. Actually, it's pretty disturbing. Hi, Amelia. Thanks so much for joining us on here from Ireland. Okay, so what do you think I would be wearing, right, an animal on my hood? Do you think I would be wearing an animal on this hood while I'm doing vegan outreach, activism outreach? Yes, you do. Okay. Okay. That's, yeah. Flesh. There's just flesh and laughing. What else would you call it then?
Yeah.
Does it make you feel more comfortable to call them individuals meat?
They're giving a good time. Yeah, I think a lot of people are trolling at this point, unfortunately.
It doesn't matter. It happens all the time. You
Yes.
continue. Hopefully, it's good that you've continued
Good
to be in the room anyway. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So thank you for that. Yeah, it's just a simple question sometimes you want to ask people, but
Yes.
yeah, we are from the UK. There's another, we're hopefully, you're not a troll. I don't know why you're on this live if you pay for what we're fighting against. I don't understand.
I mean, of course, we want
He's
to
here
reach
with this.
people. What do you think?
What are you arguing about?
We're against animal
Yeah.
abuse.
So this says, I don't know if it's
There is no valid argument against
Great.
I don't really eat animals.
But you're not vegan.
I'm not vegan, no.
Is there any reason why?
I don't think a pure plant-based life is sustainable
In your way.
for your health.
Yeah, a lot of activists have been 15 years, 40
Yeah, I
years
know
vegan,
people
haven't
who've
they?
been
Yeah.
vegan for 20 years, 30 years, people have been vegan their entire life.
It's also
They have been.
a lot of people that are malnourished.
But what, so do you think that you need animal flesh and
No,
cow's
I don't
milk?
really-
No,
I
but
don't
you
really
just said
eat
you're
animals.
malnourished. So do you believe you need cow's milk to stay healthy?
I think it's got-
actually made for their babies.
I think it's got some benefit.
Yeah, but it's made for their babies, so why are we drinking the other species' milk?
Are malnourished, but many people aren't vegan and malnourished.
weird, yeah.
Healthy plant-based diet has been found by dietitians.
What do you think?
Oh, I'm trying my best. I'm still on call at the moment.
So we're just against animal exploitation and animal abuse, so we're vegan.
I
Yeah.
agree with that. Like, I don't want to see animals get harmed. I don't believe in like battery hens or
They
anything.
take their babies away from their mums to drink cow's milk. They shoot the baby boys. So unfortunately, you are paying for cruelty when you drink cow's milk. That belongs
I
to
don't drink cow's milk either.
So you
if I'm
don't have
being
dairy then,
honest.
so you're vegan?
No, I do eat dairy because I like cheese. But
They don't like their babies being taken away and then raped up the arse and then have their babies taken away 5 times, do they? That's what happens to
Humans
them.
are raping cows. Yeah.
What do you
I
think
think-
they're doing? Yeah, they stick their hand up their anus.
Yeah, they have like it's
See,
artificial
people pay for it, but
insemination.
they don't even know what happens. They don't
Of
know.
course, industries they hide this.
We don't know
They
everything,
know.
do we?
Well, the dairy industry is absolutely horrific. They'll have cows. Yeah, they put their fist up their anus to put sperm in. Imagine someone doing that to us. They're females. Yeah, they're females. They're individuals, and then they get pregnant for 9 months, take away their babies, and then kill them when they can't produce milk for us anymore when it's made for their babies.
Oh, it can be, yeah.
It's disgusting, and it shouldn't be normalised, which it is. People feel it's okay.
No,
But we haven't always been vegan. We learnt about the dairy industry and then went vegan straight
Well,
away.
the thing is, see, I'm doing my little bit, but then I'll go worry about the ones I can't save.
Thank you.
Well, you can do everything you can for the animals, and we can't save them all. We go to slaughterhouse and see all the animals, and we can't help them. They've kept putting gas chambers. Pigs do at 6 months old in Norfolk, and then the chickens do as well. They get their head cut off, and the sheets all.
Free will,
Obviously.
Like,
Unfortunately, we have got that, but the animals don't. So you have a victim, don't you, to your choices?
no, I agree, but
Yeah.
like it's just.
It's not okay at
I'm
all.
not going to argue with
No,
that.
It's not
I know,
okay.
but like your approach of like ramming it down people's throats probably like. It's,
Well, they're ramming their fist down the cow's arse, aren't they?
not
So
me.
you can drink dairy. No, but you're literally paying
I
for
told you I
it.
don't drink cow's milk.
No, but you have dairy. It's cow's milk.
Okay.
Yeah, dairy is cow's milk, so you do.
Try and do a bit. I'll try and do a
You
bit.
said you don't even know what happens either in the dairy industry, so.
Anyway, I'm
Yeah,
just
we
gonna
love
go.
cheese. What's
So
the
don't pay
vegan
for it.
alternative to cheese?
Um,
Is it all right?
yeah,
I've never
but
tried it. I would.
Say,
I would
like
say
it.
there was, say
I
there was
was
no
disgusted that I bought some corn and it's
Yeah.
more expensive than ham.
corn. So
And I said,
corn has
"What's
still
wrong
got
with that?"
eggs and
Yeah, but it's
milk
still
in.
better than. But what I'm saying is, it's you know what I mean. It's still it's more expensive than a dead animal. I
You
said
can
to my-
see from that lady, like she didn't even know that she was paying for that. She don't even know
know
that
the
they're,
half myself, but I
stuck
can
up their
imagine.
anus, and
Yeah, exactly,
and
they
she
hide
said she
it
doesn't drink
deliberately.
cow's milk. She didn't even realise that cow's milk is dairy. They're basically mothers who produce milk. It's not a dairy cow. They are mothers, aren't they?
I know that.
And they
bit,
carry for 9 months, and then imagine getting your baby taken away for us. I mean,
Yeah,
how
my friend was
disgusting.
saying that there was a cow
Unfortunately, I'll show you a picture.
who escaped and then went wandering
Yeah.
to find a baby. They found they didn't slaughter that cow. But natural instinct says I'm going to
Of
look
course,
for my baby.
I don't know
Do
how-
I speak with
Yeah.
several vegetarian friends who I do speak to. I'm doing my little bit.
How
It
are we
sounds
not-
silly to me, but
But
I'm
how
doing
are
my
we
bit.
normalising?
You know I am.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
normalise this, don't we? And
Yeah, we do.
people will say, "Oh yeah, I just ate a dead animal," and then people will like laugh about
Yeah,
it.
now what made me right? I messaging my vegetarian friend. She had some boyfriend problems, and we were WhatsApping. And I was trying to help her, and then I got my bit off my chest, and kind of like my friend. I asked her, McDonald's isn't great, I know, but I'll have a vegan burger.
Yeah, can't they?
And my
Delicious,
friend,
aren't they?
I think
They're
so.
so
She went try
delicious.
what my friend,
Yeah.
right, she's hold on.
Yeah.
My friend said, oh no, oh my god, no. I said, have you actually tried it? But she doesn't know how disgusting about a dead animal.
But the thing is,
What
people
is
will
that?
people will
What is
say,
that?
"Oh no, I'm not going to
They're
try
really
that,"
nice.
but yet they'll eat a dead animal.
That's why. I said, how can you go? Oh no, disgusting.
When you're eating
I said, when
flesh.
you say it tastes like cardboard, not with all the pickles. No, 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 no. Much better for you. Obviously, much better for the animal. Try it first, and then tell me you don't like it. Try
Yeah.
it first. Don't go.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. Well,
Exactly.
we've tried it,
Yeah.
but then you're quite happy to not be disgusted by eating a friggin'
Corpse. I know, exactly.
I was like,
And they're all down the aisles, not here, but all down the aisles. They're all dead corpses. They have to keep them all frozen, don't they? And you're just walking down a mortuary, and think about how them animals died and fought for their lives. Like if that was us, yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? But yeah, what I was just trying to say to that lady
vegan, I
is,
struggle with vegan. Vegetarian, I'm trying.
why do you think you
More
struggle
and
with
more.
vegan? Why do you think you struggle with it?
My first boyfriend was vegan. I lived like a vegan.
I could
but
never be with someone who wasn't vegan now,
no,
ever.
my first boyfriend was vegan when I was 20. I was now
Yeah.
57. He
Oh,
taught me an awful
wow.
lot. Taught me an awful lot.
And even
That
them day and
sabotaging
age.
hunts and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, Sabs,
Still
yeah.
does it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And it's
then we
been-
split up.
Yeah, it's just being morally consistent with like having a dog and then eating a cow is not like morally consistent, is it? But a lot of people will do that, and they don't realise that all animals are sentient and we're animals
Of
as
course
well.
they are. I think the health aspect of the veganism, you've got to be quite particular to keep the diet, the healthy diet.
To some extent, but
I
I
just
mean,
have
a vegan
fruit
diet
and
is
veg
healthier.
mostly.
Yeah, a vegan diet is generally healthier than a non-vegan.
Would you be against vegetarians then, or would you say, well, you're doing your bit?
I mean, I think it's certainly an improvement, but ultimately it's wrong entirely. You know, you wouldn't say with another injustice.
Well, the dairy
oh, you could do
industry,
it
yeah.
A little bit, but just not all the way. I think if something's wrong, we should do our best to.
Yeah. Oh, I can't argue
Well,
with
it's
you.
about, you know, about the dairy industry. Like I just said, you know, if people are willing to pay for that and they know, well, that's their choice. But actually, it's absolutely horrific.
So what milk would you have, like soya?
Soya, rice,
oat,
oat, almonds,
almonds.
all.
Almond isn't too bad.
But we say we don't like plant-based milk, but we're saying we'd like to have breast milk from a cow, which is weird.
Yeah, right.
You wouldn't drink a.
I don't think people think. I don't think they question. I think it's just blind brainwashing. Don't know anything else. Can't be bothered. Can't
wanna
think
know.
about it.
Don't want to know. It's
Probably
really
not
painful.
cruel people, but
Yeah.
if they actually analysed it,
Yeah.
like,
It's actually horrific, and obviously the meat
and family
industry.
as well. It's like what they're used to. It depends who you know as well. That
My mum and
pressure.
dad basically went vegan because of me and my sister. Yeah, they saw the footage and they were like, yeah, that's it.
I always said to my vegetarian, if you took me around an abattoir, I'd be vegetarian overnight.
Yeah.
I couldn't handle it.
Yeah, there's animals being like murdered today, and when we're in a
Wow.
slaughterhouse, you can hear them
I
screaming.
can imagine.
You know, they don't just say